Hi, my name is Christina and thank you for joining me for my first ever internet video and blog party. So what I'm going to show you is these kale chips that I found a recipe for online. I tailored it to my own, which I do with all food. I'm really surprised these came out tasting just like potato chips, and I was pretty skeptical. We don't really like kale in our house. So this is red kale, and you can use any type of kale that you can find. And I rinsed it off. It's one of those leafy greens that is grown in the soil that's kind of rocky, so you want to make sure that you rinse it off really well. And because it's like curly, it holds water. So what I did for my big dinner batch that I did tonight was, after I tore it up into little pieces, I put it in a colander and just let it sit over the bowl. I put a rag over it, and then I put a heavy bowl on top, and that really pressed all the water out. So this is how you make kale chips, and they taste just like potato chips. Now kale has a very strong, stringy stem in it, and that is not something you're going to want in to eat. So what I do is I turn it around because you can see where the thicker stems are at, and then I just tear it off like that. And then it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's probably about the right size that you're going to want. When you do this, let me tell you why I decided to start doing Meatless Mondays. I have a toddler, and she is going through that stage where she would rather push her vegetables over to the side and eat her chicken or her beef or whatever else we have for dinner that night, and not the vegetables. And I think it's really important for kids to get vegetables. One night on the news, I heard a study that showed that kids who have a diet higher in proteins at her age, in the toddlerhood age, are more likely to become obese. We already have obesity that runs in my family. I'm Native American, so we're also prone to diabetes. So, doesn't matter the size, just big hunks like that are really good. And yeah. And then I just did one piece. You probably would want to fill the bowl up. And I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil because it's a small batch. You add about, for a bunch of kale, you add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, that's probably enough. And salt. And pepper. Now this is something you can really, it's a really simple recipe, and it's one of those that if you add a different flavor, it's going to totally change the taste. So I'm just going to add a little bit of red pepper, because we like spicy here. You can add anything you want. If you really like ranch potato chips, if that's your flavor of potato chips you really like, you can buy some of that ranch dressing mixture, and you mix like the 2 tablespoons of the powder in with mayonnaise and sour cream or something. That would be really good on this, and then it would taste like your ranch chips. So that's really, it's really versatile. So that's something that, you can experiment with and have fun with. Now just toss it. Make sure the kale gets pretty well coated with the oil and herbs. Oh, and then I added granular garlic. That was the last one. So there we go. On a baking sheet, and your oven should be preheating to 400. It doesn't have to be precise. It can be a lot closer together if you want it to be. So just big hunks like that, and then you put in your oven for 10 minutes. Veggie pizza pockets. That's how they turned out. I made them in my muffin tin. And then this is what the chips. They look almost like they did when they went in, just a little bit darker, but you can see they're much crispier. They're more like, see, they're very crispy. When you taste them, they taste just like potato chips. It's unreal. I can't believe it.